Hi guys. So Nora Buenaville asked me to translate and react to Canserbero es Epico. Now I have heard of Canserbero. I have listened to some of his songs, but I haven't been following him that much. I know that he passed away. Nobody knows if he committed suicide. That's what reports say. The police report says that, but other people suspect that he was a murder. But I know he was an excellent rapper, an excellent lyricist, and there was a lot of controversy surrounding him. But anyhow, let's get right into it because this is the guy that caused the rift, caused Grandson to go after Residente, because Residente wore that t-shirt, because he said that Residente didn't listen to Canserbero when Canserbero was alive and never promoted him. Could be true, I don't know. I don't know if there was a plan that Residente had, because he was in Venezuela. So I don't know if he ever met Canserbero and there was something in the works, in the plan to do something with him, or if Grandson is right and Residente just used it, because the guy had recently passed. So I guess, I don't know. Grandson said that he did it, for promo, to get connection, to get clout. Like, oh yeah, I'm here for Canserbero. But anyway, it brought eyes to him again. Even if he didn't do it when he was alive, once he did it, because there's a lot of people who follow Residente and they probably have never heard of Canserbero. So, which I doubt it too, because Residente is a good lyricist, so I'm pretty sure that people that follow Residente know about Canserbero, but maybe not in the European countries like Germany and other countries where they don't speak Spanish, but they still listen to Residente. So he brought eyes to Canserberos. It's a good beat. Triste, sad.
Me falta el aire, y el corazón tucum, tucum, tucum. Ay, va a correr sangre, ya sé por dónde se mueve según. Hoy voy a convertirme en un criminal, yo no creo en nadie, a menos que me convierta en un muerto. Hoy voy a vengar a mi hermano como le juré a mi padre, diente por diente, ojo por ojo es esto. Una bicha prestada porque no soy ampa, pero la rabia que siento no escapa, es tanta que me ahoga. Nunca había aprendido droga, pero ahora es necesario para cumplir con lo que el corazón me implora.
Okay, and like I said, you see the beat I never listened to the song, all right? But the beat, just with the beat, I could feel that it was like something sad. There was a mystical sadness, like a nostalgia in it. More than a mystical sadness, it's more like a nostalgia. And as soon as he started talking about how he can't breathe. His heart's going tukun, and he does the onomatopoeia with the alliteration at the same time of the tuk, same sounds. Oh, tukun, same sounds. Today the blood is going to run. I know already where it moves. Today I'm going to be turned into a criminal. I don't believe in anyone unless I become a dead person. Today I come here to revenge my brother. That I swear on my father, my father that I was going to revenge him, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Now, una bicha prestada, he has something that he borrows. So I'm going to imagine that a bicha is a gun, a weapon, porque no soy un ampa. Ampa, I have heard other Venezuelan rappers use that word. Ampa is when you are like a drug dealer, I'm assuming, or a cartel person. But the anger that I have inside of me doesn't relax. It doesn't settle down. It's so much that it drowns me. I have never smelled drugs, but now it's necessary to commit the swearing that I did in my heart. In other words, in order to carry what he swore he was going to do, pardon me, he needs to smell drugs now to carry on what he had promised in his heart that he was going to do.
Siento que se me sale el tórax. La moto a 100 por hora, pelo por la bicha y le grito y ahora. Todo pasa muy chola, en ráfaga de descargo. Todo eso malandro hasta que ya no escupe la pistola.
Okay, so thorax, you know, his thorax is like he's feeling that it's coming out, you know, because he's riding a motorcycle, so he's riding really fast, 100 miles per hour. So now hair to the bicha, that now I guess it's something else. Something must be the butt. I don't know. Now I'm thinking something else because it's saying the hair is down to that place, and I scream. And now everything passes, and my gun starts, you know, just spitting, thunder, spitting. So everything is happening, and I don't know what chola means. It must be a Venezuelan expression. Let me know in the comment. But it's bursting. His weapon is bursting. So I don't know. Todo pasa muy chola. Everything is happening in some expression. With while it burst out to the killers, to the criminals, everything that my gun can spit.
Y el corazón tucum, 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 tucum. Y la bala bacán, 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 bacán. Y el corazón tucum, 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 tucum. Y la bala bacán, bacán, bacán.
So he's making the sound of the heart and making the sound of the bullets, you know. So the bullets go pakan, 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 you know, and then tukun, tukun is the beat of the heart. Giving you an image of the anxiety, the how fast his heart is beating, and it's beating as fast as the bullets that he's spitting from his gun.
Ey, lloro de la rechera mientras en la acera cargo. Escucho una señora que grita que mataron a Carlos. Solo aquí fue cuando sonreí aliviado porque Carlos fue el bastardo que mató a mi hermano. Todo el confuso escucho wiu, wiu, wiu. No veo bien y siento frío, frío, frío. Un tipo gritando el mío, el mío, el mío. Hasta que ya me escuchen más. Un profundo silencio, profundo silencio. Varios segundos de calma, mi alma al lado de mi cuerpo. Me dije, aún no he ido al más allá. Siento un olor a perfume, veo una luz en un túnel.
Okay, so I don't know now who got shot. So he's describing a scene right here, okay? So after the bullets and the gun, he starts crying. He starts crying his anger out. In the meantime, he falls to the ground. So he's explaining how he's crying, all the anger that he had inside, as he falls down to the ground, and then he hears a lady crying, they kill Carlos, and he's right there when he feels, you know, a sense of relief, because Carlos was the bastard who killed his brother, you know, and then he started making the sounds on the ambulance, woo, 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 woo. And then I see it really call. I mean, there's a play here of words, repetition, alliteration to put the emphasis of what he's feeling at that moment. And then one guy is screaming, el mío, like mine, until I couldn't hear anything but a profound silence. And then I saw in the calmness that I felt all of a sudden, because I felt relief, I felt calm. I saw my soul kneeling next to my body. And I told myself that I couldn't be in heaven, okay? And then he feels like a beautiful smell, but he sees us light too.
Me dije, aún no he ido al más allá. Siento un olor a perfume, veo una luz en un túnel, un fuego que me consume. Se empezaba a ver atrás. No dejaré que me abrume el fuego. Seguiré hacia el túnel, pensé, pero seguir no pude porque me alaron para atrás, cayendo en picada. Montañas negras de azufre con un olor a mierda. Cuerpos deformados que sufren. Caí sobre una piedra. Un barco viejo con un viejo me esperaban. No me respondían nada. Almas en barco golpeaban. Él me llevó donde Canserbero, que dijo no morderme porque le guste a mi nombre de rapero. Si no ves de esta forma pude tener.
Okay, so right now, so he was about to die. He was, you know, looking at the tunnel. He could smell it, but something pulled him back. And then he describes the contrast in between life and, you know, the other side. Because on the other side, he was smelling perfumes, very sweet. And now he's at the side where he's smelling excrement. and he sees the foreign bodies that are suffering, and he falls on a rock. Then he sees an old boat with an old man who was waiting for him. He didn't respond to me nothing, in the souls that were banging against the boat. So there were other souls. So he landed in this soul with bodies, deformed bodies and stuff like that. And when an old man was waiting for him, and there were souls that were banging on the boat, like maybe they wanted to get on the boat. So he took him to somebody, Canserbero, which I don't know, that's the guardian angel, the gate. Who said, I'm not going to bite you because I'm not going to bite you. So I don't know who Canserbero is, but it'd be the devil then. Because he told me that he's not going to bite me because he likes my name. If I look at it from that point of view, then I'm lucky because the guy didn't bite him because, of his name. As a rapper, Canserbero, Severo. So I don't know if that has a correlation there.
Él me llevó donde Canserbero, que dijo no morderme porque le guste a mi nombre de rapero. Si lo ves de esta forma, pude tener suerte irónica en la vida, pero también irónica es la muerte. Me desperté ya sentado sobre un estrado y un jurado de malvados decidiría mi suerte. Recuerdo que fui golpeado y trasladado a un sitio en uno de los círculos con un montón de gente. Por vengativo y asesino, te llevará por siempre, por toda la eternidad como castigo. Vi muchos rostros conocidos y me sentí sorprendido porque no pensé que estuvieran conmigo. Personas que lucían buenas en el mundo.
Okay, so no. So, okay, I guess he's in hell. Because, he's like, he didn't come back to life. He came back to a place where there's people that are deformed and it smells bad. So I'm imagining that it's hell. And then he says, ironic is life, but death is more ironic. Okay, because I woke up sitting in a courtroom, okay, with evil people, bad people who were going to decide my luck. I remember they beat me and they transferred me to a place with a circle where I was sitting where I was in the middle circle around by a lot of people. And they told me that I was going to be judged because I was revengeful and I was a murderer. I was a murderer and I was revengeful, so I was going to burn forever, for all the eternity, like a punishment. I saw a lot of faces that I remember, and I felt surprised. Okay, so I saw a lot of faces that I knew, people that I knew, and I was surprised. I never thought that they would be with me, so many good people that were in the other world. So now he's in a place, I guess hell, but he notices that he's not the only person in there, and he's surprised because the other people that he sees, they're good people. They were good people when they were alive. So he doesn't understand why they're with him now when he's supposed to be in hell.
Porque no pensé que estuvieran conmigo. Personas que lucían buenas en el mundo, como el Che Guevara, incluso como Juan Pablo II. Presuntos Dalai Lama, calcinados con Mao, los difuntos que fueron McConnell y Beethoven juntos. Me asombró mucho saber que estaban aquí. John F. Kennedy, Lenin, Mahoma y Joseph Smith.
These are all the people. Hold on.
César y Napoleón salieron de las llamas porque eran la misma. Te llevará por siempre, por toda la eternidad como castigo. Vi muchos rostros conocidos y me sentí sorprendido porque no pensé que estuvieran conmigo. Personas que lucían buenas en el mundo, como el Che Guevara, incluso como Juan Pablo II. Presuntos Dalai Lama, calcinados con Mao, los difuntos que fueron McConnell y Beethoven juntos. Me asombró mucho saber que estaban aquí. John F. Kennedy, Lenin, Mahoma y Joseph Smith. César y Napoleón salieron de las llamas porque eran la misma persona que ahora resulta el Obama. No entendía nada, pregunté por Cristo y noté que se burlaban porque nadie lo había visto. Otros dijeron que fue un truco de su iglesia para gobernar el mundo con su majestuosa empresa. Charles Russell y Washington, José de San Martín y Gandhi, Yasser Arafat, Cristóbal Colón, Isabel.
Okay, so he's mentioning all the people that were there in that place who he thought that were good people on earth, and now they were in the same place he was. And you can see there the people that he mentioned, all these celebrities that we know. Now, Jennifer Kennedy, I think that was a poor translation. It must have been John F. Kennedy that he said. Lenin, Mahoma, Joseph Smith, Caesar, Napoleon. They came from the flames, he says, because they were all the same person in Obama. So he was alive when Obama became president. He didn't agree with Obama either. I didn't understand anything, so I asked for Christ, and they all laughed at him because they were like, "We never seen Christ." And then some of them were saying that it was a trick that the church has set up with the government to manipulate people in a very powerful enterprise.
Inglaterra transformada en perra desnuda, supe incluso estaban Bolívar y Buda. Son demasiadas dudas, pensamientos vagos, gente buena del infierno, o es que en algo fueron malos. Por algo están aquí, aunque no lo acepten, debo hallar ahora una manera de huir de la muerte. Recordé que en la tierra donde había nacido existía una leyenda del diablo con un tal Florentino. Obviamente un cuento pero inteligente para irme de este infierno. Infierno literalmente, vociferé durante meses que podía con el jefe recitando versos entre fuego y heces, hasta que un día apareció un viejo con traje.
Okay, so right now he's like, he's there, he's seen again Bolivar, who was the freedom fighter for most of South America. And, he sees it there. He see Buddha. He see all these people. He's like, why? They were such a good people when they were alive. Or did they did something bad? One bad thing that got him here, even though they were saved, they saved everybody. And I can say from what I know of history that Simon Bolivar would not be in heaven. And the reason he wouldn't be in heaven was because he's an alcoholic. So according to the Bible, alcoholics do not enter the kingdom of God. So he wouldn't be there. So he's down here. He's thinking, that in the earth where he was born, that there was these legends of the devil, of a guy named Florentino. And it was a story, but it was, something intelligent that I could do because now I had to escape hell. Okay? Hell, literally hell. Okay, so I yelled for several months that I could with the boss, and I did it by reciting verses in between the fire and the H's. Until one day this old man with a suit came forward and met me.
Hasta que un día apareció un viejo con traje que me dijo pierde y me llevo a tu padre de homenaje. Qué situación tan complicada la que me encontraba, pero yo nunca he sido de los que se cagan. Además, había compuesto demasiados versos que más la improvisación harían temblar al universo entero. Aunque que nada te contigo, o hacer que sufras el peor de todos los castigos. ¿Cómo te atreves a retarme castellano y en este ritmo tan pobre como el suelo donde te aquí?
Okay, so now here he's like, I'm like, the old man told him, you lose and I'm going to take your father as a homage then. Okay? And then the situation got complicated when he found, because he didn't want his father to suffer, I guess. But I have never fallen down. I mean, I have never stayed down. When I've fallen, I have never been the type that's been panicking about it. So I know how to get up, basically, is what he's saying. And anyway, he had written a lot of verses, and he had improvised to make the whole universe tremble. And then he started with di antes que nada te maldigo. So before anything, I curse you. I'm going to make sure that you suffer the worst of the punishment. How do you dare to challenge me in Spanish with this poor rhythm, like the floor that you have that you've been raised? So he's saying, how dare you challenge me in this language, in Spanish, with this poor rhythm, like the land that I was born, or like the land that you were raised.
Hablo castellano y en este ritmo tan pobre como el suelo donde te has criado. Con más razón yo debería avergonzarte, perder un combate con una homo sapiens. Además te explico, se llama Venezuela donde nació este tipo, y tú no puedes maldecirme porque ya yo estoy maldito. Eres muy peculiar y mi deber es explicar que no puedes ganar porque yo lo sé todo. Domino los idiomas, los modos, la historia, incluso sé los más recónditos miedos de tu memoria. Debo aclarar que hay un factor clave que olvidas. Los miedos se van en el momento en que pierdes la vida. Se dice que el amor masacra tus insultos, pero yo te mataré con más odio para ser justo.
So he's going out by the letters. So I don't know. He did say, I could hear him saying C. So C with more reasons. You should be ashamed to losing a comeback with a Homo sapien. How else would I explain to you? The country's called Venezuela, where this man was born. So you cannot curse me because I'm already cursed. that's a bar right there, and kind of like an insult to Venezuela because he was born in Venezuela, but he's been cursed because he was born in Venezuela. You're very peculiar, and it's my duty to explain to you that you cannot win. Because I know everything, okay? I dominate all the languages, all the gestures, all the history, even the most, the deepest part of your brain. The deepest part of the fears in your memory. I know those, the deep fears that you have in your memory. See, I should clear up one factor that you're forgetting. The fear goes away in the moment when you lose you lose your life. When you lose your life, fear goes away. Now, I don't know because I have never lost my life. And from what I have heard, people who have died and have been resuscitated, they don't remember anything, but they do say that they didn't feel scared. And I'm just going by what people who have been brought back have said about what they felt, the experience that they have. And yeah, we got those people to see the light and see Christ, but I don't know, I never heard a Muslim tell me what their experience has been, or a Buddhist, so, or a Hindu. Maybe they don't see Christ, but if they do see the same thing that Christians do, then I'll start believing, because they will believe too. They'll change their religion. So let's keep on. Pero yo mataré con más odio por hacer justo. So I'm going to kill you more because of, for justice, because it's justifiable. My hate. So I'm going to kill more with hate because it's justifiable. It's justifiable that I kill.
Dice que el amor masacra tus insultos, pero yo te mataré con más odio para ser justo. A mí tú no me engañas, mediocre adversario. ¿Cómo hablar de odio si tu brazo grita lo contrario? Tú le has mentido.
Oh, I'm sorry. So he's talking to somebody that he's, and I don't know if he's using the acronym because I see again the D and now it comes the C. So maybe that's the name of the person he's trying to get. But he's saying you don't trick me. You're a mediocre adversary. How can you talk about your hate when your arms betrays you? Your arm betrays what you yell. You have yelled to all your followers. You had lied to all your followers. You have lied to all your followers with multiple contradictions of songs. So I guess that this person in one song says one thing and then comes out in another song and says something else. And again, I don't know. I wish I could know who is it that he is trying, because this is an acronym that he's using. So yeah, D, antes que nada más digo D, C. C again, D. Yeah, so D again, I don't get it. No, I don't know what is he trying to spell out? So he's saying that you're a mediocre adversary and you don't scare me. Your hate that you yell at is contradicted by your arm. You have lied to your followers in multiple songs that you contradicted yourself. You don't understand anything about humans. I dream with love because it's in the deepest. Okay, so I dream with love because I know that in deep inside, that's what we have. That's what we have. We have love. And if I sing rap, it's to, just let it out. Let out all that feeling that I have inside. When Christ, and then he's comparing what he's letting out to the story of Christ kicking everybody out of the church because they were selling So, he just kicked them out. When he cries, when he rap, like he's bringing all this anger, all this sadness, just like Christ doing that, because he goes against the rich. He goes against the people that take advantage, the hypocrites. Basically, that's what he's saying in that bar.
Muchas de tus canciones no entienden nada los humanos. Yo sueño con amor porque sé que en el fondo nosotros amamos. Si canto rabia es para desahogar por dentro, como cuando Cristo echó a los comerciantes de su templo. De nuevo hablando tú de cosas que no sabes. Eres un imitador como tu voz, la cual no es tan grave. Lo único grave es que te crean, pero que la mentira tiene patas tarde o temprano cojea. No has conmovido a la que te conozco más, Satanás. No comprendes el arte, tampoco la paz. Mi voz es más, esta es mi voz que Dios me dio de don para tenaz usar la cual daga en tu corazón.
So he's saying to this person that you're an imitator, with your voice is not that grave. The only thing grave is the thing that you believe, is that lie that you believe that sooner or later, you're going to be caught. Now you have moved me more now that I know you, devil, Satan. You don't understand the art of peace either. Peace, as in, love and peace. My voice is more my voice than God. Is what God gave me. My voice is more, and my voice is what God gave me as a virtue. Like the sword that goes into your heart. Like the sword that goes into your heart. I mean, this is it's interesting that the type of word, the type of choices that he's using, especially when they told me that he was an atheist. And it just makes me wonder, why is it that rappers, Latino rapper, if you're atheist, I mean, the guy's passed away now, and I don't even know if he was an atheist. That's what I have read or heard. But hey, if you don't believe, why are you using all these images and all this imagery and all this allegory talking about God? And who's he talking to? So he's talking to Satan? Is Satan the one that he's going on this beef with?
¿Cómo puedes hablar de Dios si eres ateo y tus ojos los veo mientras mi candela te consume? Te recuerdo que Dios no existe y lo que viste en aquel túnel no fue más que simples ángeles comunes. Muy válido creer es algo muy distinto, y si dudo de Dios es porque no lo he visto. Aún así insisto en recalcarte lo que contigo aprendí, que reyes sabrán mucho, pero siempre tienes que ir a ti.
Okay, so that's interesting, because now it seems like he was talking to himself all this time. So now he's talking about hawking, and the same thing I said, the same thing I asked. And he responded right here, okay? So how can you be talking about God if you're an atheist? Exactly. So in your eyes I see it while my candle consumes you. I remember that God doesn't exist. What you saw in the tunnel, it was nothing more than simple common angels. So I guess he's talking to himself, because he's reminding himself, no, you're an atheist. And that tunnel that you saw, that was not God. Those were common angels. Go figure. I'm trying to find out if there's another meaning behind the common angels. Was he talking about the people who were trying to help him? So to doubt and not believe are two different things. True. Because when you have doubt, it's not that you don't believe at all. It's that since you cannot prove that you believe, you have doubts then. You don't believe that it might not be true, it might be real, but that doesn't mean that you don't believe at all. Now, not believing, you have no doubts when you don't believe, because you know it's not true. So you don't question it. You don't dig into it. So he said, and if I doubt God, it's because I haven't seen him. So he believes in God, he just doubts it. Aún así insisto en recalcarte lo que contigo aprendí. So I still insist to rephrase, I still insist on pounding what I learned with you. That there could be a lot of kings out there, but at the end you always have to come to you. That's true. So in other words, yes, you can believe or not believe, but at the end of the day, you have to come to you. You have to trust yourself. There's a lot of people out there that you can put your faith in. But the only person that you can count on, that you should count on, unless you have a mental disorder, it's yourself.
Es comunes. Muy querido que eres algo muy distinto. Si dudo de Dios es porque no lo he visto. Aún así insisto en recalcarte lo que contigo aprendí. Que reyes sabrán mucho, pero siempre tienes que ir a ti. Y el corazón y el corazón
Okay, I'm going to stop it here because this was a long one. I appreciate it. Yes, it's interesting, the whole story. I mean, he kind of told a whole story here about how he went out. And I don't know if it all happened in his head or it really happened that he tried to kill someone and instead he had an accident where he almost lost his life, you know, and then he came back and, you know, decided, all right, you know, I don't believe because I haven't seen you yet, but then again, I had that experience. So who knows? If you do know it, leave it down in the comment. Give it a like, subscribe, share, and keep leaving me requests. Thank you. Bye.